Right, hello mate, it is Thursday the 9th of July, and yeah, you're probably expecting another intro for today's vlog, but basically, I saw the intro I did yesterday, and you just couldn't hear a thing. Yeah, it was the prom last night for our school, and yeah, good time. Free food. One free drink of Coke. Probably not the best music, but I suppose the atmosphere is pretty good. So that's what you gotta expect. And Matt is showing few kits tomorrow, I take it. So yeah, you're gonna do those. And yeah, so the atmosphere is pretty good, and yeah, everything is just okay about the prom. Everyone seemed to be in a good mood, and yeah, it was just a good evening / night, and yeah, it was just good. Because as the last time, I'll certainly see a few of them. Because obviously I'm not going to Hideout Sixth Form. I'm going to Reading College. So I didn't say goodbye to as many people as I'd hoped, but nah, I can keep in touch with them on Facebook. Which brings you on to my next topic. I haven't actually got any footage of this, but it's something going on Facebook and I think YouTube, I'm not 100% sure, but it's a viral video of someone, I think in Spain or Portugal it must be, where they were in a shopping mall, they're dressed as a clown, and then while going up escalators they put pies on people's faces. It's like literally the funniest thing I've ever, well, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's definitely the funniest internet video I've ever seen, so, I'm not sure of the title, but, you'll find it. Someone will definitely share it on Facebook someday soon, because I think it is like one of those viral videos or something. And yeah, just basically delaying the inevitable of the movie review, which is gonna come, don't worry, and I'm just, not feeling up to it. As you can see by the time, it is incredibly late. Oh my god, it's freaking 12 past. Yeah, the clock is 6 minutes fast, but wow, I've really got to kind of get this vlog out, because this will be out, it'll be out like at 11:30, so yeah, I don't want it to go on for half an hour, so yeah, I've just got to get the couple of footnotes I need to get out beforehand. I've already got 2 of them out of the way, or actually one of them. I was meant to get out the prom, but I wasn't really meant to get out the clown internet viral video, but I thought, nah, I'm on that, so why not talk about it. Footnote is, speaking of Reading College, I actually need to go for another interview there, because they actually changed the person doing the course, and that technically means that the interview I did in January was completely and utter pointless. And I'm not on the course currently, but I should still be on the course. Freaking taking that Wembley video I did and putting that in my portfolio, and Those Jacket 3 trailer's still in it, and the Citizen Kane review still got, lucky I still have everything, but I wasn't really that pleased with how I've got the letter. I've not told you yet, but I'm telling you first time, I need to go for the Reading College interview again. And another photo since the start of the vlogging series, I've actually had a very faint moustache, and that's gone. I basically shaved it off because I thought I look less scruffy for the prom without it. So yeah, it's the first vlog I've recorded without a moustache. I'm not sure if I look any different. I'm not sure how I looked before really. It's just up close you could notice it, but now I can't notice anything. Oh yeah, the movie review of Return of the King is coming up, and I just genuinely don't feel like talking right now. I think I'd shouted too much yesterday. My voice didn't actually, because the music was way too loud yesterday, I had to shout everything I said. And my voice may have not sounded bad then, but I think it got worse overnight. I actually went to sleep at like 2 that night, last night, so, or this morning even. So it doesn't really help that I'm kind of tired, and also like my voice just went overnight, and it's not as bad as yours, obviously. I don't know if you still got that voice, but I'll find out tomorrow, because your voice was awful, but I'm really not in the mood for speaking. And it's sort of a bit raspy and ratty and stuff. But I'm going to still carry on with the review because I need to review a movie every Thursday for 2015. And yeah, today's Return of the King. In other words, probably the only Best Picture winner that I'm going to review. Best Picture Oscar, like, it's not very reliable because it doesn't really tell you the best film of the year. It just tells you what a group of 60 people think was their favourite movie of the year. Like in 1980, I don't know what movie they picked, but they didn't pick Empire Strikes Back, which I just think is total BS. And I bet you're thinking in 2008 they picked, or 2009 actually, they picked Slumdog Millionaire, but instead of The Dark Knight. And in 2013 they picked Argo instead of Skyfall. So Best Picture Oscar isn't very reliable, but Return of the King is one of the only Best Picture winners that's still being talked about. I'm not sure if you can actually see, but the poster is getting really, really bad. So I've got to kind of fix up the screen sometime soon. My voice is gone. Okay, right, better have clear voice for the review. Alright, so 4 minutes rules still here, and 4 minutes starts now. Return of the King does follow on like the last one, right from where the last one left off. 2 towers left off. So Frodo and Sam are chatting with Gollum, and Gollum's about to set the trap for Shelob, who's going to kill Frodo and therefore get the ring back to Gollum, which is takes up their portion of the story. Sam distrusts Gollum, so Gollum ends up managing to convince Frodo to kick Sam off the journey, but Sam ends up fighting Shelob and again rescue Frodo, who Gollum trapped, and Gollum ends up looking like he's killed. But later on in the movie he isn't, which I'll get back to in a bit. It's really the important part of the story that continues on for all 3 movies. And then you come on to the filler, but this movie is not as fillery as the last one. So yeah, Gandalf and the crew are investigating Isengard. They cut out the entire scene of Saruman. They had a deleted scene tying up loose ends. Saruman dies, but in the actual movie he isn't killed off, which is one of the big faults of the movie. Like, you've got to show what happens to all your side villains, well, most of them anyway. And in the Return of the King, they never showed it. They have a perfectly good scene, but they didn't put it in. And then they found out the orcs are going to attack Minas Tirith. The crew travels over to Minas Tirith, which is the capital of the Lone World, which is home to the king, which Aragorn should be there, but it isn't, because the leader's Denethor, who is in my opinion, awful character. Grumpy, no real character, monotone, bad. Then they are getting into fights, Theoden dies, which I don't really think adds much to the story, and the crew says we'll fight for Frodo at Mount Doom and kill all the orcs there. This is where the filler dies. There's not as much filler in the movie. I think the Minas Tirith bit was a bit fillery, because it doesn't add much to the Frodo-Sam thing. But they end up doing the battles at the same time. They battle all the orcs and the elephants and everything, and then Frodo ends up destroying the ring. Gollum tries to stop him, but Gollum ends up being killed, and Frodo ends up dropping the ring in Mount Doom, which destroys it, so that's the ring gone. Then they have a laborious, like, 25-minute ending that doesn't really add much. It adds time to the movie, but nothing else. An awful ending, but it's just way too long, and they fake you out too many times. That's the biggest fault in the movie, in my opinion. The ending to the movie is so incredibly long, it actually makes you feel tired. They show where all the characters went after the movie, and shows that they all go to a better place. So that's the movie. The good parts about it, as yeah, again, there's a lot of action. The Frodo-Sam thing is a great story, and the CGI is very good, and I could definitely see why it won Best Picture, because it wasn't a very strong year, but it is a kind of a good movie. But the ending, there's a lot of filler in it, Denethor, and in my opinion, just I don't know, it's just something about the movie that just makes it drag on a bit, that isn't the ending. All things considered, I think the things that are bad aren't too bad, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Oh well, don't shoot me, I just have my opinions. Overall I think Lord of the Rings trilogy is good. I reviewed Hobbit trilogy, and I'd definitely say Lord of the Rings is slightly superior, but Desolation Smaug is better than any Lord of the Rings movie. Don't shoot me. It's just, I think this, I can see why people like it, but I don't. The movie's been too long, and all three of these movies do drag on. That's pretty much it for the review and it for Lord of the Rings. Next week, I don't know what movie it is. I think it's Mrs. Brown's Boys, I think. I'll get back to you later, and Matt, I will see you tomorrow in your vlog.